The amount of times Josh Peck's career should have actually fallen off but didn't is actually insane.
Josh Peck got his first start in the world of entertainment doing stand-up comedy when he was just 9. The following year, some lady by the name of Rosie O'Donnell discovered Josh during one of his sets, so she decided to invite him onto her show to perform some stand-up. Josh's appearance on the Rosie O'Donnell show eventually put him on Nickelodeon's radar as he was cast in their movie Snow Day. On the set of this movie, a young, chunky Josh Peck was cracking jokes to anyone that would listen to him. Unbeknownst to him, he was cracking jokes to the president of Nickelodeon at the time, Albie Hecht. So it was no coincidence why 9 months later, Josh Peck was cast on Nickelodeon's biggest show at the time, The Amanda Show. During the 2 seasons of Josh Peck being on The Amanda Show, it was discovered that him and his co-star Drake Bell had really good comedic chemistry together. Little did Josh Peck and Drake Bell know by the age of 15 that they'd be starring in the role that they're best known for the rest of their lives. During the peak of Drake and Josh's fame, Josh Peck's life seemed awesome. He had lost over 100 pounds throughout the series, and he was getting more famous and successful by the day as he was voice acting in Ice Age, and he also starred in a movie called The Whackness right after Drake and Josh. Even though Josh Peck looked like he was doing just fine in the public eye, people had no idea that he was turning into a cliche child star burnout behind the scenes. For years, it wasn't common knowledge that Josh Peck had substituted his former addiction of food for illicit substances. After 4 years of not only almost destroying his career, but his life, he finally got sober at age 21. Years after Josh Peck had left Nickelodeon, he continued to book consistent work as he starred alongside Chris Hemsworth in Red Dawn. Past 2012, Josh Peck was continuing to work, but he was exclusively doing one-off guest appearances onto TV shows and booking a movie every once in a while, but nothing was super stable for him. But come mid-2010s, Josh Peck didn't really need acting anymore as he was making a name for himself on Vine, being one of the biggest creators on the app. At the peak of Josh Peck's fame on Vine in late 2016, he joined the now infamous Vlog Squad. Because of his association with David Dobrik at the time, his fame online had shot into a whole new stratosphere. But the following year, Josh Peck's reputation was nearly tarnished as Drake Bell tweeted out that he wasn't invited to Josh's wedding. At the time this broke the internet, people were hating on Josh because how could you not invite your brother to your wedding? But months later, they got everything resolved as they squashed their beef at the VMAs. Because Josh received a lot of backlash for not inviting Drake to his wedding, it felt like for years he was trying to make it his main objective to prove to his audience that everything was good between him and Drake as they did multiple collaborations throughout the years. And in 2022, Josh Peck said on a podcast that him and Drake Bell were never friends right after they ended Drake and Josh, and they had lost touch throughout the years, but nobody needed to know that. But this wasn't exactly true. You see, around this time, Drake Bell was dealing with some legal issues, and Josh Peck did not want his name tied to him anymore. But too bad, buddy, the internet exists. If you take all the collab videos out of the equation, they still hung out a lot throughout the years as they've been seen